Hello everyone, and it is time for another video, and this time it's another video about what's in the news and what's affecting veganism. And right now, there's a story that came out yesterday from the UK that the dairy industry is going to take legal action against a vegan cheesemaker. And I guess they call themselves a vegan cheesemonger. And the dairy industry, as we know, is dying, and they're lashing out, and they are fighting back, and they're fighting hard. So this article is from The Independent, which is independent.co.uk, so it's a newspaper in the UK, and there you go, there's a picture of what it looks like. So if you want to read this article yourself. But essentially, it's talking about a new vegan shop that's opened its doors. So it says, South London vegans will be rejoicing this week as the UK's first vegan cheesemonger opened its doors. Fauxmagerie, run by sisters Rachel and Charlotte Stevens, opened its doors in Brixton on Friday. All its products are 100% animal and animal derivative free and sold in plastic-free packaging made from recycled and recyclable materials. So they're also taking it a step further with the plastic-free packaging, which is great for the environment as well as being vegan. So it sounds harmless enough, but not everyone is excited by the prospect. The dairy industry is planning legal action against the business, claiming that calling the products cheese is misleading to consumers. As you'll remember, Miyoko Shinner had a problem with this, where a person sued her because she called her butter vegan butter, claiming that she was so not only deceived by the label butter, that she felt that her nutritional content of the food she was eating had been affected because of this one purchase of vegan butter, some sort of detriment to her health. On and on that person's claim went. I believe that was someone acting on the dairy industry's behalf, or someone who is involved in the dairy business. So this, again, is the same tactic that somehow people don't understand the word vegan in front of cheese means that it's not from dairy milk. So a spokesperson for Dairy UK told The Telegraph that they had a duty to ensure the nutritional and health benefits of real dairy are recognized by and communicated to consumers, and that it concerns us that consumers are being misled with the use of dairy terms like cheese by the plant-based sector. Now, if you have done any research on dairy and knowing how much dairy is an allergen to many people, and if you stop consuming it like I did, and if you accidentally consume it, as I did at one point, you realize how sick you become, how many allergies in children are caused by dairy. There's a link, they say, between autoimmune disorders and dairy. The idea that anyone in the dairy industry or dairy boards wants to say that there is some sort of nutritional and health benefits of real dairy that need to be recognized, it's laughable. We don't need dairy. The long and short of it, for anyone who is still confused, is that we don't need any milk beyond the milk of our own mothers when we're breastfeeding as babies. That is the purpose of milk in all mammals, and it's a shock to a lot of people, and the dairy industry has been built and perpetuated this lie that we need cow's milk, and they've done this successfully by keeping most people disconnected from the reality that cows have calves in order to even lactate, just like a human does, just like I did when I was a new mother. So I guess this is a picture of the two women here, and these are some of their products. I love it. Fauxmagerie right here in the nice little bags. I mean, if I were in England, I would definitely check out the store. So they have, they're on Instagram. You can follow them. It says here, good morning, today's our first trading day. We couldn't be more excited. The response we've had over the last few days from you lovely people has been amazing. Can't wait to wait to meet all of you. And I'm certain all these people are not people who are like, oh my god, I thought it was actually made from dairy. Oh, I've been so deceived. But anyway, Fauxmagerie clearly states on its website and shop front that its products are all plant-based. But it does call itself a cheesemonger, and EU regulations state that, with a few exceptions, terms such as milk, cheese, and butter can only be used to refer to product derived from dairy, which is really quite disheartening. I've seen on Twitter myself people saying we should call almond milk almond juice or coconut milk coconut juice. Well, first of all, juice comes from a fruit. And second of all, terms like coconut milk have been used for thousands of years by people who lived in warm climates and who made coconut milk. You don't have a monopoly on the term. Dairy UK have said that they will be contacting Fauxmagerie to make them aware of the regulations. In 2017, the European Court of Justice ruled against German company Tofu Town, which included products such as veggie cheese and tofu butter. The company claimed that its packaging was not misleading because it clearly stated they were plant-based, but the court disagreed. Now, that was very disappointing for me to read, because I'm certain that the court has to understand that there's nothing confusing about veggie cheese and tofu butter, and really the court is more acting in line with what the dairy and meat industries, or in this case the dairy industry, is pushing for. It's a huge lobby group in most countries. So they were, and the laws have been written to be in favor of these lobby groups. So anyway, of course, once the UK leaves the EU, it will no longer be governed by these regulations, although it could create new laws to replace them. And with the way dairy farmers and others are freaking out about their business going down, I can see perhaps that there might be some kind of legislation enacted to help protect them. I'm really glad that in Canada, with dairy being taken off the food guide, I would expect that perhaps we wouldn't have similar legislation. But anyway, so it says, last year France passed legislation which would ban plant-based meat substitutes from being referred to as their animal product counterparts, such as vegetarian sausages or vegan bacon. Which really sucks, because what do you call a vegetarian sausage if not a sausage? Everyone knows what a sausage is, so if you say it's a vegetarian version, it's easily identifiable. That said, I've heard France is very anti-vegan in a lot of ways, and there was, did I ever do a talk about this? There was an article once where I think in schools they were going to take away rights to not have pork, and it seemed as though it could have been a backlash against Muslims, but Jewish people were also upset, and that's just not being very forward-thinking in this climate. While the number of people embracing vegetarian and vegan lifestyles is at its peak, reactions to new products that cater to plant-based diets are increasingly disparaging, with public figures such as William Sitwell and Piers Morgan showing disdain for veganism in particular. La Fauxmagerie could not be reached for comment, but according to the shop's Instagram, it remains open for business. Alright guys, so here we go, yet another attack from the dairy industry on non-vegan on vegan versions of cheese and dairy products. What do you think? I think it's crazy, and hopefully they will not be able to be sued. People aren't confused. No one's confused. If nothing else, people are excited. We're excited to learn that there are other options, and that the cheeses have become so much more creative and tasty compared to how they used to be back in the day before even I was vegan. Alright guys, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and hit me up with your comments below. See you in the next video.